last year. Just what kind of difference can it make if he's able to be healthy this season?
Well, again, when you have a player that is that fast, that runs like that, trying to make sure he's healthy is a big deal. A guy that's a 6'4", 6'5", 60 runner, that caliber of speed when he's at 80%, 85%, it changes what he's able to do. So, right now we feel like Kier's in a really good spot in terms of his health, and we just got to keep him that way. That's always that fine line as a coach. You want to train your team as hard as you can to get them better and better and better, but you also have to be aware of the health factor and make sure that we're doing everything we can from a recovery standpoint to make sure they stay fresh.
What does this team have to do over the next 3 weeks to get ready for when real bullets fly?
For me, it's just really just trying to focus on every single day. We don't worry too much about opening weekend. I'm just going to be honest. I think when you start looking at opening day as special, you're in trouble. I think you start to put that pressure and that anxiety on your team that's not going to allow them to perform at their best. So we don't really talk a whole lot about opening day. It's just another day, quite honestly. Every single day here is important. Our big mantra around here is, what's the most important thing we're doing? It's what we're doing right now. And that's been our big focus, and I think the team understands that the process of just trying to get better every day is a big factor for us. So we're just trying to maximize every single day, and I think our guys are doing a good job of that right now.
Coach, you said you take a look at Roblesky playing two-way. Do you have a pretty good idea about that after the fall?
We've been playing him in the outfield. Now, we've been very, very careful with him in terms of how many throws he makes from the outfield because he's pitching so much for us too. He's a very talented athlete. He's an above-average runner. He can play all three spots in the outfield. His bat has to develop, but we think he's going to be special on the mound for us.
With Sharp, he was a guy that a lot of the players were mentioning that has really impressed him. Just what in particular does he do?
I think he's an All-American caliber player. I mean, he was a kid that was drafted out of high school as a pitcher, and I'm not so sure he's not just as good as a hitter. He hit 4 or 5 home runs this fall for us, hit close to 300. He's a power hitter. He's got a chance to be a middle-of-the-order hitter, I believe. And now whether he can do that this year is yet to be determined, but I think he has the skill set to be a bona fide two-way guy. And there's a lot of kids that come into college baseball that we give a chance to play both because they were good at both, but very few can do it. And he's a guy that I think legitimately can do both. He has a chance to be a middle-of-the-order hitter, and he has a chance to be a weekend starter as a true freshman.
On the mound in particular, what does he bring to the table there?
Well, he brings the ability to throw 3 pitches for strikes. He's got a lot of movement on all his pitches. His fastball moves and cuts. He throws a plus slider, excellent command, and he's probably going to be a guy that as he gets stronger winds up throwing, in the low 90s. So to me, he's kind of the complete package.
Coach, you expect to have Hackenberg DHing quite a bit, and how much do you plan to rotate him in behind the plate with Wilkie to get him some experience?
Well, he needs to develop, that's for sure. And he's got a guy in Kyle Wilkie who is a returning All ACC catcher right there with him. But Hack is going to catch some for us. Hack has gotten better and better behind the plate. He's got tremendous power potential. We're just trying to develop him as a hitter as he becomes more consistent at the plate and he gets more acclimated to what he's doing behind the plate. I think he's going to be a special player, but he will catch. Our plan right now, and again, we're still 3 weeks away from opening weekend. So, but if we keep him healthy, we're going to try to move him in there behind the plate as well and see how he does. But I fully expect him to be able to go back there and us not miss a beat whatsoever if we're catching him, if we need to give Wilkie a day off behind the plate and DH Wilkie, because Wilkie, as we all know, has become an offensive catcher. I think that Hack can certainly get behind there and play a decent amount for us this year, and hopefully he gets better and better.
With the expectations the way they are here, do you talk about the overall picture of where you want to go at this point, or do you just take it day by day?
I think we take it day by day. Again, I think the end of the season, the postseason is a long way away from right now, so we don't focus too much on that. And to be honest with you, I don't think we have to. I think our players know what the expectations are. I think they know where they're trying to get and where we're trying to go. So I don't think we have to focus on that a whole lot, especially right now.
What makes Logan Davidson so special, and how does he make everybody else better?
Well, just as a player, he's a five-tool player. I mean, he can run. He's an above-average runner. He's an above-average defender. He's got an above-average arm. He can hit for power. He's a switch hitter. He just so happens to also be a young man who's going to graduate in 3 years with a 4.0 GPA. So I think that kind of says it all about Logan Davidson. He's a high makeup, high character kid, does everything the right way. He's a tremendous leader. His parents have done an unbelievable job of raising him. He's just, again, he's the total package in that regard as far as what he's been able to do in 2.5 years here at Clemson. And, if everything goes as planned, probably be his last year with us, and deservedly so.
Coach, you're going to have Joe Girardi, keynote speaker at your banquet tomorrow night. How did that kind of transpire, and how special will that be for your team to have somebody of his stature talk to him?
We're really excited about having Joe Girardi come in and be our keynote speaker. We hope that he's able to spend some time with the players before he has to go on tomorrow night. But just having a former MLB player and manager of his stature be able to come to Clemson and share with our fans and our players and parents and everybody that's going to be there tomorrow night. We're pretty pumped about it. So, and it took a lot of hard work to get him here, but we were able to pull it off, and couldn't be more excited to have Joe Girardi come in and spend some time with the fans and the players and all of us tomorrow night.